after his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson. Wilson going to come out throwing.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's coming a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again, because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They run behind center with Spiller. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. More from L.A. in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. The first carry now. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. The Chargers had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and now it's 2nd down. Now Williams running left, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Sebastian Joseph Day. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded at the 33. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows. Taking it right down Broadway. Oh, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Eric Kendricks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right on the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense and Isaiah Spiller head back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Herbert on first down now. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Play action. It's Herbert. Got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, a run by Spiller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich finding space at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They give it to Williams running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now Wilson, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop something big to knock them back on their heels?
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they run it with Spiller. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Buying time to his left. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. He's got it to Williams. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Wilson on second down. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Pass complete to Judy on the out route. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a handoff to Spiller, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try the air now with Herbert, sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They snap it to Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They go back to the ground with Spiller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And quickly, they get to the line. final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
On third down, it's Spiller.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this is off the left upright, and it carries in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So here is Wilson and the Broncos.
Down by 11, 1:50 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Able to get this to Patrick. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 75 yards.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Here's Wilson. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
They keep it on the ground with Spiller. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.